Meet Ed Sheeran, the self-made singer-songwriter from a sleepy English town who turned a loop pedal, an acoustic guitar, and a pocket full of honest lyrics into one of the most extraordinary careers of his generation. Born in Halifax, raised in Suffolk, Ed wasn't your typical pop prodigy. With his fiery red hair, modest wardrobe, and unshakable charm, he was the underdog the world didn't see coming. At just 16, he left home for London to chase a dream most would call impossible. But Ed Sheeran had something rare, a voice you don't forget, and lyrics that feel like they were written just for you. And fate? Well, it has a way of opening doors. One night, at a tiny open mic event in Los Angeles, Ed's performance caught the ear of none other than Jamie Foxx.
I was in LA doing lots of gigs and I bumped into his people. I ended up playing for him on his radio show and he invited me back to his house.
Fast forward a few years and Ed Sheeran isn't just on the charts, he's owning them. His debut album, Ad, made people take notice, but it was Multiply and Divide that catapulted him to global superstardom. From intimate ballads like Thinking Out Loud to chart-crushing anthems such as Shape of You, his music has totally conquered hearts and charts around the world. Still, he admits he's grateful to have made a name for himself when he did, because in the age of streaming, it's a whole lot harder to get noticed.
Because there are so many songs released every single day that the songs that you put out have to matter and they have to be good. Whereas, I don't know, before I would be making tracks and I think it's always been quite a high level of entry, but I think now it's like even more so. To like be heard above the noise, it has to be really special.
Naturally, when your name is known in every corner of the world, it comes at a cost. Fame brings its privileges, but it also means surrendering a part of your private life. And for Ed, walking the tightrope between global recognition and personal space hasn't always been easy. In fact, at the height of it all, he made a bold decision. Ditch the phone, switch to an iPad, and communicate exclusively by email. A modern superstar choosing an old-school way to stay in control of his world.
Yeah, I think I'm on at the moment. I'm working. I'm promoting. I'm replying to a lot of emails. I'm on Instagram and blah 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 blah. But yeah, when I'm off, it's a lot simpler.
However, the spotlight doesn't just follow you. Sometimes it turns on you. In 2015, Ed faced a major lawsuit over his hit Photograph, a reminder that even at the top, success comes with complications. In the aftermath, he made another smart move to protect his peace of mind.
Yeah, I filmed everything since the first lawsuit claim, which was 2015. Ever since then, I've filmed every single studio session just so if ever that happens again, I'm like, well, here's the proof that I wrote it. And yeah, it's actually great because I've just got this hard drive of every single song that has become successful, the writing process of it.
Years in the spotlight have done wonders for Ed's bank account. He's now one of the wealthiest musicians of his generation. But when it comes to his lifestyle, you won't find him splurging on flashy cars or a designer wardrobe. In fact, Ed gives himself just $1,000 a month for everyday expenses, most of which, he jokes, gets spent on taxi rides. The rest, his fortune's invested in real estate, and he quietly donates millions to worthy causes. And his generosity hasn't gone unnoticed. In 2017, Ed was officially made a member of the Order of the British Empire for his services to music and charity, an honor that meant the world to him for a very personal reason.
Do you know what I love? It was my grandfather was a massive royalist and he passed away 4 years ago today, so it actually feels pretty kind of full circle in a way. So I'm glad.
And honestly, who wouldn't want a son-in-law like that? Well, assuming you're okay with one covered in tattoos, because Ed loves his ink. Over 60 tattoos and counting, each one with its own story. But hey, Ed Sheeran holds a special place for us, too. And we're sure to be hearing plenty more from this super likable redhead in the years ahead.